Welcome. Today we'll be talking about the never-ending effort to keep staff efficient, happy, and learning enough that they don't jump ship for the next big thing. We'll be focusing on a few points such as evolution, war on talent, retention, happiness, and we'll be finishing it all off with 9 quick tips of how a kitchen should run. Evolution. Traditionally, hotels hired executive chefs who reported to F&B directors who reported to general managers, but that's changing, along with the role of the chef. According to Evan Sheridan, chefs who report directly to the general manager have more responsibility, but decisions affecting the kitchen can be made more quickly. Chefs nowadays oversee the whole food and beverage operation. They are more likely to be knowledgeable about the front of the house operations, and they are increasingly involved directly in marketing, promotion, and social media. Dean Wendell, vice president of F&B at Concord Hospitality, also states that they now have influencer budgets built into their F&B operations so that they can make those things happen and promote the chefs. Ultimately, this means that chefs are now a big part of the sales effort for the entire hotel. Something to be noted: the streamlined kitchen organization is not the norm in Europe, Wendell says. In the US, there's a big focus on creating revenue and profit, so we have gone to a more reduced structure within our food and beverage operations. Probably more than in Europe and abroad, he says. Our wages are partially to account for that. War on talent and retention. Employment levels is the hardest challenge that every kitchen in America is facing. Stephen Kamali, owner of Hospitality House and the chef agency, says talented chefs are taking more time to sign with restaurants. Chefs used to sign within 2 days after receiving an offer, he says. Today, the waiting period is 2 weeks. They're contemplating these decisions longer and rejecting more of these offers. There's a war on talent, and that's what it is. That's what everyone in the business refers to it. So when you get someone on board who is talented, you have to take care of them. You can't just say, we've got them, let's move on. A key component of retention is education, training, and opportunity, says Interstate Salazar. The company holds an annual food and bar summit for its top 15 executive chefs who participate in educational experiences and a competition. 3 winners travel to Spain representing the United States in global competitions, create a spirit of creativity, and inspire a desire in top culinary leaders to excel in all they do. That excitement in turn gets passed on to other staff in the kitchen, Salazar says. Happiness. Communication is key for a healthier environment. You have to continue the dialogue. You have to visit your hotel and see what you can do to help them make it better. Make sure they have educational opportunities that help them advance and move forward. Giving people ownership pieces of the menu has been helpful, but Stas is taking a step further by putting every staff member's name onto the menu itself. And I quote, "My baker gets here as soon as the sun goes up, and my dishwasher is here at midnight when we leave. It is too big of an operation for one person to get all the credit for." Dane Bloom, executive chef for the Citizen Hotel, Sacramento, California, says having the right tools and the right ingredients goes a long way to keeping his staff happy. Conflicts do happen, and recognizing when it happens and working to resolve the situation immediately goes a long way to keeping people happy, says Mariana Alfa, vice president of concept development for Hospitality House. Chefs and managers are more successful when they show they care by getting their hands dirty and working alongside their team, she says. Employees stay longer and are inclined to perform better when someone showed them they matter. Run it right. Here are 9 attributes of a well-run kitchen that keeps things productive, creative, safe, and fun. Number 1. Chefs who know finance. Well-run kitchens have a strong relationship between the director of finance for the hotel and the F&B directors and the chefs. Number 2. Executive chefs who are strong leaders. A boss manages his or her employees while a leader inspires them to innovate, think creatively, and strive for perfection. Number 3. A dedicated administrator. Having one person who purchases things, calls purveyors, and checks prices. Having one person dedicated to this 40 hours a week is very helpful. Number 4. Communication is efficient and safety is emphasized. In a well-run kitchen, you'll hear a lot of safety terminology like behind you or corner. Everyone's in sync, and everyone's aware and communicating so they don't get burned or slip and fall. Number 5. Kitchens are cleaned and organized. That takes constant vigilance. Everyone understands their role, and they communicate constantly so that the hourly staff doesn't hear different information depending on who's there. Number 6. Well-run regular meetings. And it isn't just the managers and chefs doing the talking. Keep staff engaged. Instead of preaching or reading through reports, make them feel present and included. Number 7. Employees are included, celebrated, and have a sense of purpose. Engagement is happiness at work, and that is a silver bullet. Number 8. Needs of staff and restaurant are accounted for. More balanced chefs working in more balanced environments tend to produce better cuisine. Number 9. More women are working there. If you get a bunch of similar-aged males together, the vision starts getting nearsighted. You can't just see everything when everyone has the same perspective. Having more women in the kitchen makes it a little more professional. Dane Bloom, executive chef, Citizen Hotel, states, I come from the old school environment when ruling with an iron fist was the norm. I've come to understand that you can get the same results simply by talking to people instead of screaming at them. Thank you all for your time. It was a pleasure presenting this article to all of you. Have a nice day.